welcome back. So we left off. You've been given a quest by Gundren Rockseeker, the most D&D name, hardcore name ever. And as you kind of met up to do like your pre-evening plan of what's going to be happening the next day, of taking this wagon load of mining equipment, a knight came in, a friend of Gundren's called Sildar Hallwinter, and they had a short little conversation, and it was brought to light that they'd been infiltrated by some doppelgangers. Gundren's mate who was there, who I gave some shitty name that's irrelevant, Hagar, did a runner. You chase him down, you've knocked him unconscious on Hildar's orders. And that's where we left off, basically. So you've handcuffed him, and you said that you were going to bring him back to the tavern for questioning. Was that right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So you said it. You agreed. So you do it. The tavern, basically how you left it. Everyone's a little bit confused. They're like, "Oh, no, that's the rapist. Oh, string him up. Do you want us to get the town guard?" People were shouting and stuff like that.
Oh, he just stole a purse.
Stole a purse.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Gundren is a little bit bedrazzled. Him and Sildar, they come and greet you, and they usher you back into that back room from where you started. Sildar tells you to put him down on a chair, and he kind of ties his arms and legs to the chair and gives you your manacles back, so you can keep hold of them. And slaps him around the face. And now comes my least favourite part of GMing, and that is trying to roleplay with myself when there's multiple NPC characters. Fucking hate having conversations with myself. So, Sildar wakes him up, smacks him around the face, and Gundren comes up and questions him. And he's like, "Who are you?" And this weird, purpley blue-grey blob of a Play-Doh man is like, he starts coming through, and he spits out some blood, which is all blue and grey and oozy and disgusting. And it's like, your end is coming. You and your brothers, your pay, like that. Basically, do you guys have any input into what's going on?
I'm not the kind of intimidatey type. I don't think he'd listen to me. I'm gonna nudge Burr. Just gonna elbow Burr and be like, "Get in there."
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking like maybe we could use. I've got intimidation, so intimidate him. Give him a bit of a talking to, and see if we can get it out of him.
Absolutely, yeah. So you can do that if you. So how would you threaten him? What would you say? What would you do that would be threatening to him?
So he's a doppelganger. I would say, right, we're going to start taking bits of you off.
Nice.
Starting with your toes, then your ankles, your feet.
Can I smash the ankles?
Yeah, of course, yeah, no worries.
Cool.
You can start there, and then we'll work our way up, and then until there's nothing left of you.
You got your little hammer in your hands, like. Yeah. Okay, cool. So roll me a intimidation check then, and so you'll everything in the game, D20, and then on your skills you should have intimidation, and then whatever the modifier is at. 19, nice.
And so the intimidation is +5.
Oh, nice. 24.
Intimidation, that's me.
So what I'm going to do is roll like a saving throw against that to see whether or not it works, but I'm fairly certain that it will do. 24. So I'll do a wisdom saving throw against that. Well, he's only got a +1, so there's nothing that I'm going to be able to do to succeed at that roll. So he kind of looks at you, and he already instantly recognises as well the rapier hanging from your sheath by your belt and the damage and the cut, and feels the sores in his back, and knows that you're not to be messed with. You also throw a chair at him and a rock at his head, so he knows full well that you're not to be messed with. So it's like, oh, the Black Spider, he wants the mine. He sent me to delay you, snatch the map, and then is it worth rolling for? Go on, roll me a perception. Everybody can roll me perception. 12, 13. Yeah, I would say you hear a click, like a. If only I could. When I was a kid, I used to click my teeth. I can't do it anymore. Like a. Don't know if you can hear that on the mic. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he just smiles at you and starts laughing, and you think he's laughing until suddenly you realise that actually he's convulsing, and then froth starts coming out of his mouth, and he starts choking.
Make haste. Sorry. Yeah. Make haste.
And
Fucking run, everyone. He's turning into go.
And he's like, your brothers are next. And he dies.
Gross.
Told you were into ours.
I'm wrapped with guilt now.
And as he's doing that, Sildur grabs him by the face, and he's like trying to, but it's just he knows it's too late. He's trying to dig out of his mouth, like like obviously there was like a tablet or like someone in the Twitch chat's got it. Someone in the Twitch chat's got it. Flack38 says cyanide in fake tooth. Nice. Cheers.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and he dies, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Did we find anything in his pockets before?
Right, so nothing useful. A couple of coppers and silver, but no, surprisingly he had nothing really on him at all. He had a small purse, like a short sword which he was using against you guys, but that's about it.
Well, it seems we've got to get to the mine pretty quickly.
Pardon, sorry?
It seems we've got to get to the mine pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. And Gundren looks scared and shocked. He's like, he turns around and he's like, Nundro, he's staring at Sildur. It's like, Nundro, Tharden, they're already at the mine. I'm supposed to meet them there in a 10-day. Sildur, we have to go. And Sildur's like trying to calm him down. I fucking hate role playing with myself. And he thanks you. He thanks, God, thank you for bringing him. That could have been, if you weren't here, I could be dead. My brothers, Sildur, we must go. We can't wait. And Sildur agrees because I'm not role playing with myself. And he says that right, the wagon, you can't. The wagon's not ready. We're still waiting for some stuff to be delivered. We can't wait till the morning, Sildur. We must go immediately. And Sildur is like, well, it's just the two of us. It's fine. It's dangerous, but under the cover of night, we've fought off this attack. We should make it. Gentlemen, lady, leave in the morning as planned. We'll see you in. I'll leave word at the with Barthen to pay you as normal, and I'll leave a message for you with him with some information. My colleague Iano is already there from the Lord's Alliance. He was already been sent down a few months ago to meet with him. I'll ensure that he looks after you. He's with the Lord's Alliance, but we must get Gundren. We must go with haste. What do you guys want to ask? Any quick questions? Say anything? Do anything before that happens?
Do we want to do that? Do we want to wait, or do we want to leave?
I want to ask them if they think that's wise. Would it not make more sense for them to go with the wagon and us to leave now?
It's much better, right?
And clear the way ahead.
we can travel a lot faster
Yeah,
without the
party.
wagon, and I
It might
can't.
be dangerous as well. So.
It may be, but and Silda says, I agree. I understand that you're worried about your brothers, but they're right. It could be dangerous, to leave at this hour. And Gundren's like, but what if it's already too late? I expect that who knows what would have happened if you hadn't arrived here tonight and seen off this imposter. I can't wait. I'm going with or without you. And Silda.
Like it's a Gundren, you're just an accountant, pen pusher. What are you going to do?
And
You're going to get yourself killed.
Silda says, I understand. I am a knight of the Lord's Alliance. I have seen my share of battle. It would be fine. It's a journey that I've done many times just by myself. I agree it is dangerous to leave in the night, but your wagon is being brought here from the city proper in the morning. Leave it as soon as it arrives. You'll only be half a day behind us. You might even catch up with us on the road, though it seems unlikely. If we run at full speed, we can get most of it done tonight. But Gundren, it's a 3-day ride. It still will take a couple of days. And Gundren says, exactly. This is why I can't wait. If we leave it in the morning, that's another 8 hours. And then if we travel with the caravan, that will take longer. We're quicker on our own. That 3-day travel, we can do it in 2. We must go, Sildar.
We've offered.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem quite adamant.
A bit sneaky, if you ask me.
Have we haven't seen these guys since we ran out of the pub, have we?
Yeah, so in all fairness, it's only been like 10 minutes. Probably not even.
So it's only been 10 minutes. So there's no chance the doppelgangers slipped in and traded places with these guys.
I think we should check.
Check their hands, because they cut before. They'd still have injuries.
Investigation check.
Okay, so how do you pose that to them? Gundren's like packing his shit up and get ready to go.
Show us your hands, then.
And Sildar smiles at you, and he's like, "You're wiser than you look." And he shows you his hand, and it's still moist with the blood. I mean, they didn't like slice the hand like you see in the movies, but there's, you can see it's still bleeding. Gundren
still got an injury.
Exactly that. Gundren is puzzled at first, and then he also says, "We don't have time for this, but look, of course, but you're right. You bring up a valid point. There may be more of these. We need some other way of knowing, because in all fairness, for all I know, they could imitate this injury. We need something else, like a code word or something that no one outside this room will know. Any ideas?"
Okay. Not that.
None.
Oh, if we can't even think of a code word.
so much rude stuff is running through my head right now. Okay. The code word is Wanato. It is the reverse of hope now. The mountain.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Looking at the map, I just went, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wanato. I mean, it was almost I love butt stuff or something terrible, so you're lucky.
There's a little peek behind the curtain into the minds of butt stuff. Are you sure?
Oh, no.
Are you sure? Okay. Gundren says, I like your thinking, but I personally I would have come with something really random and obscure, like I like butt stuff.
I scold myself internally for not being more confident.
Okay, so Sildar says, don't forget, take the caravan to Barthen. He will pay you, and then find Iarno. He'll be set up in the town, in the town master's hall or whatever it's called in olden days. Unfortunately, the GM is not as clever as he needs to be in moments like these.
Meet him at the Starbucks.
Yes. He will have further word of what to do, but be safe, be fast, be wary, and remember the code word butt stuff. I mean, Wanato.
Can I just ask a quick question, DM?
Yes.
So Barto, is that person or a place?
Barthen is
Barthen.
yes. Barthen. I mentioned him earlier on this evening. Runs like a shop basically that sells adventuring gear and stuff like that, mining equipment and stuff like that. And he has entered a partnership with the Rockseeker brothers to basically fund their expedition. For a return of the profits. So you're originally are basically carrying or extra gear that he's ordered in from the city for the mission, basically.
So Barthen's bringing the caravan tomorrow morning.
No, you're bringing the caravan down to him in Phandalin, the town of Phandalin.
Got it.
Alright then, what would you like to do for the rest of this evening before you go to bed?
Drink?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so you have some drinks and you make merry for a little bit and you go to bed. You've got a room already paid for at the inn and then in the morning you get down and the last of your supplies for your wagon has been delivered and loaded by the hands. And you get, you're probably having your breakfast, something in the bar in the morning when a stagehand boy comes in. It's like, the wagon's all packed and ready for you. You've got two of our finest oxen to pull the cart. Is there...
Cut his hand.
Anything? Is there anything else that we can do for you before you leave?
No, but I'd like to check the cart just to make sure.
Do you have any? And do you have any like basic road supplies? You can take a few apples, maybe some bread.
So, rations? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure the stage person. I'm sure if you ask Steve at the bar, he'll be able to provide you a pack lunch.
Actually, turns out I've actually still got some of this Snickers here, so it's fine.
Yeah, in fairness, you should all have rations in your equipment on your.
Yeah, I do.
Your thing is kind of you start with an average of about 10 days.
It says I've got 1 day. How long is this trip?
Pardon?
It says I've got 1 day worth of rations. So
yeah, so it's one. It's you should have 10, and then it'll be like one ration per day.
Oh yes, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, mate.
Okay, so you travel down on the big hex map. You'll see each hex is like 5 miles or something. I think you can do about 20 miles in a day. So it's like it takes quite a while. So if you look there, that's sort of a day, and then like that's like 2 days, and then that's like 3 days or something to there, and then you'll last like a day and a half there. So it's sort of like 3.5 days ride or so. All right. In all fairness, nothing interesting particularly happens. It's sunny. The weather's all right. It's not too hot, not too cold. And as you can see, as you go down the map there, you're like 10 miles from the coast, but there's a nice breeze. It's lovely. There's birds in the sky. It's lovely. You might pass the occasional caravan going in the opposite direction up towards Neverwinter. Maybe you see some like merchant ships on the horizon and stuff. The Neverwinter forest or wood is huge, so big that it is on the horizon. You can see it even though it's sort of 10-15 miles away. It's a massive forest, as we discussed the other week. But you're going down after a couple of days. You've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you finally veer off east, going up the Tribor Trail there to go towards Fandolin. As I say, you've not encountered any trouble so far, but you do know, as we've discussed, that this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail, and you warned them about this. Sildar knew this, but he promised you and assured you that he would be able to keep them safe. You've been on the Tribal Trail for about half a day. As you come round a bend, you spot 2 dead horses sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side.
Now there's a trap if I ever saw one.
What do you do?
Got anyone who could sneak up and have a look around the sides?
I've got a rogue.
I do have stealth.
It might be worth scouting this.
I'm quite good ranged as well, so I'll stay back a bit. Do we recognise the horses?
Okay, so you want to move up a little bit closer. Do you recognise the horses? So, yes, you do.
Shit.
If you can make an investigation check for me, please.
Ooh, 10.
10, I'll give you that. That's fine. Yes, so you can easily identify the horses as belonging to none other than Gundren Rockseeker and Sildar Horwinter.
No.
From where you are, okay, I said about 50 feet. So would you have gone up a little bit closer on your... how would you approach it? So if you're about 50 feet, also I said from there, so you can see that. Would you be? Give me like a riding position for everybody. I mean, like you can. It doesn't really matter who's driving the cart as long as somebody is. Anyone can drive the cart. It's pretty straightforward. If you let go of the reins.
Are we supposed to be seeing the car?
Not yet. Oh, well,
okay, cool.
That's fine. I suppose I could bring you over. Yeah, so basically I've put your tokens roughly on the wagon, but it doesn't matter. Like, you could be really, would you be all on the wagon? Would somebody be walking? Where would you be? Again, hopefully you can control your icons.
I would have hopped off to get a closer look at the horses.
Okay.
At least.
So, I mean, the description I've read says about 50.
Yeah.
So that gives you about there. Would you have gone ahead on your own a little bit, or what?
No, I'm signalling for them to come forward or do something. I don't want to...
You can see quite clearly from where you are that the saddlebags have been looted, okay? However, what you can see is that nearby the horses lies an empty leather map case.
Oh, they were talking about it.
They were indeed.
Like a cylindrical thing that would hold a map.
Can I have a look to my left and right
Mm-hmm.
and just see if I can see any movement in the trees or...
You can indeed. Roll me a perception.
Great at those. Fantastic. That's sarcasm. Not bad. 17.
No.
Bom. Okay.
Uh-oh.
You do notice hiding in the bushes and stuff some goblins. They haven't yet. So basically, they're watching you and they're waiting, but you do spot them.
I'm going to back up to the cart and attempt to quietly relay the information that there's at least two goblins waiting ahead. Or two somethings. I don't know if I can tell that they're goblins.
Yeah, you know what a goblin looks like. We all know what goblins look like. All right, let's roll initiative. Okay.
18.
Nice. Let me just type that in here. I'm going to put it on the computer on this one. Sorry, what did you get, Vincent?
18.
Nice. James?
12.
Nice. Gavin?
And so, do I have to add something to this?
Yeah, so at the top of your page there should be initiative.
Yeah, plus 3, 13.
13, lovely. So there it is. So, Lisa, you spotted them. And yeah, so you wanted to go back and warn the others, so you can do so.
Okay, goblins up ahead, probably responsible for the blood shed. Also, I'm afraid to say that I recognise those horses.
Blast again. Well,
I don't think we've been made yet. So if we can get up and around them,
distract them. We could just, or we could. One of us could. We would walk down, distract them while someone gets up behind them.
Wow. Is that just me, or has James's mic gone really slow?
He's gone
really what?
Optimus Prime.
It sounds like you've like inhaled the opposite of helium, whatever that is. And you're like,
Wait, let me refresh.
That's
will
really
destroy them.
The old Darth Vader over there.
The opposite of helium, by the way, is sulfur hexafluoride.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
Well, forward. Have some initiative for that, Boffin.
Shit. Hey.
Hello.
What is it called?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. That's the one. Yeah.
So we have someone sneak round the back of them while one of us could, or two of us, could distract them.
I have put you in initiative order, and we have gone into combat, so you're not going to be able to have a long conversation before I'm going to move on. So, you've kind of stepped back, and you're like, oh, the goblins up ahead. Would you like to do anything else?
Have they got the higher ground?
Yes. Yeah, so
okay, well, that's the most important information I want to give. I think whatever we do, we should. I'm going to indicate to the guys that we should be moving. I'm going to try and do this with the arrow thing.
So, do we want to let them know we know they're there?
In fairness, gentlemen, could you both roll me a perception as well, just to see at this moment whether you've spotted them?
Perception.
Because potentially they've got a surprise round for you.
Okay, D20 and just a D20, yeah.
Plus your perception modifier. Where have you got that on your?
Where the fuck is that?
On the skills.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, +3.
Nice. Yeah. So you, as soon as she starts walking back, worried, you notice him as well. Unfortunately, James escapes, doesn't see shit.
Scratching my ass.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Lisa's done that. Gavin, you spotted him, and as soon as she comes back, she's like, "There's goblins." You're like, "Yeah, I've just spotted him. Do you want to do anything?"
Do I want to do anything?
Move yourself into a better position.
I want to
climb on top of the wagon and then try and shoot one of them, or you can get off and run somewhere.
So we're in battle mode, basically, yeah?
Yeah. The screen's gone all fuzzy and spiraled in Final Fantasy style, and some cool-ass battle music techno going on in the background.
Well, I guess we better try and take these guys out, because they're not there for talking, are they? So I'll have to move up.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's you. James, unfortunately, you don't get a go because you didn't spot him. So, goblin down here. Okay, so this gobbo from the bushes is going to, knowing that, quite obviously, that you guys have seen him, is going to take a shot here with his short bow. Pardon me for burping down the mic. I do apologise.
Do you want to know something funny?
Go on.
I hadn't scrolled down far enough, and I actually hadn't seen him.
Pardon?
I hadn't.
You hadn't seen him down south.
No.
Well, Millicent did, because I just rolled one stealth for all of them.
That's so funny.
So, yeah, Millicent did. Range on a short bow is 80 feet, so he's just got you. So, yeah, he's going to get you. No, where's a natural 20, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to get hit, unfortunately, for some damage. And they are going to do, where is the stat block for a short bow? 6 points of damage, because I rolled badly. And because I thought if I give you the maximum damage, then I'm going to kill you, and that would be a shit way to start the combat. So
kind DM. Merciful
you're
DM.
welcome. Odds are in your favour. Okay, so you take 6 damage. The next goblin is going to charge 10 feet, and he's going to stumble down there. He's charging you with a scimitar.
Oh, this guy.
Next goblin is going to shoot at Gavin. Or Burr.
Well within range.
Okay, roll. He's going to hit you, unfortunately. And is going to do 5 points of damage. And then the last goblin, will charge you. End of round 1, Lisa. Millicent,
Well,
Millicent, you're up.
Get the fuck out of there. Right, so I'm gonna move back and try and get cover. Let's say this. I know that seems like extreme, but I have very little hit points, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, that's fine.
'Cause I do not want to die in the first game. No. Oh, who's on the wagon still?
Just escapes. You can all assume as well that you've had that long rest between the last fight, so any.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Yeah, I will. I don't know. Shoot him. You got this for another 1d6.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So is it my go, is it?
that would be now to Gavin. Burr's turn.
Right.
You got one that's rushing. Yeah, so you got one rushing towards you. You could go for a melee attack, or you could try climb a tree and get your bow out if you want. You can do what you like, or you can.
Yeah. Right. I think I'm gonna do a melee attack on him.
Okay, so just move yourself up to the next square and roll a d20.
That is shit. So that's that +5. Is that right?
Yes, that is right. Yes, you rolled a 3 plus your 5, which he's got a shield. This one because he's running towards you with a scimitar out. So unfortunately, that's a miss. I'm afraid, mate. Crapola. I don't think you've got anything else that you can do.
No.
Okay. There we are, sir. Justice escapes. It is now your go. You've got this.
Thinking, there's that guy, isn't there? But he's 35 feet away.
I think that you can get to him.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame because really I'd like to go and heal him, but
I think you can because it's hard with the grid. I mean, I would say that you would go diagonally next to the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. I reckon you could do that.
Yay! 30 feet. Little flip. There we go.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, cool. I'd like to cut him with my big longsword.
Do it. Are you using sword and shield, or are you using two-handed sword?
I'm using sword and shield because we've got bowmen around.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so that's indeed 20 years. Right. Oh, nice. Natural 20.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, so as I explained earlier on, so you're using it, it's a versatile weapon, but you're using it one-handed. So you're using a D8 for damage, and then what you want to do then is you're going to automatically get a full 8 on one dice. So then just roll your dice as normal, and tally it up.
Okay, so that's 19.
Pardon?
19 altogether.
Okay, so would you like to, in great graphic detail, explain to our listeners or viewers how you just completely obliterate this little tiny goblin?
Well, I run up to him and I basically, rather than having my sword over my shoulder, I've got it behind me and I run up to him and just plant it in his armpit, basically, but probably takes his head off as well.
Brilliant.
Just like, like that, cast him away.
Fantastic.
Did you do an anime run?
Yeah, I did.
Love it.
Yeah, with one hand though, obviously, because I can carry a longsword with one hand.
Sweet.
Sick.
He is completely obliterated.
I am the law.
Okay, cool. Next up then is goblins. This one, seeing that, will probably shoot you. So James.
Yeah. Class of 18.
18. or you're a beef boy.
Yeah.
It's going to miss you. 16. 16's a hit. So an arrow just, you've come down, you slashed him, and and then this arrow just sticks in your shield, and you're like, give me some more. But yeah, you miss.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. I think this one is going to try and do the same thing to you, to be honest. This one here.
Let's hope I didn't get too cocky.
This one here is going to do the same thing. He, on the other hand, will hit you with a total of 21. So you will take 6 points of damage.
6 points. Ooh.
Yeah. And the last one up, which is engaged in melee with Gavin, with Burr, is going to miss. And then not really be able to do... let's have a look. As a bonus action, it's going to disengage, which means that you won't be able to get an attack of opportunity. And it's going to dive up this way into those bushes. Okay. So yeah, he's hit you and then he's fucked off. Millicent.
Yes.
Your go.
So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Measure out the distance.
Yeah.
120.
Yeah, you've got a big bow, so you can shoot one of those ones. Yeah.
Is he
What's your
visible?
What's your passive perception?
12.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so you can still see because they haven't moved. You can still see the two that you can see, but you can't see the other one.
Crossbow bolt. 13.
13 total.
Yeah.
They are using bows, so no shield, so that will hit.
Hey.
Roll up the damage.
10.
Fucking hell.
That's all right.
Yeah, dead. Literally. What are you using? A crossbow?
Yeah, light crossbow.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so they come out with so much force. You pin him to the tree next to him. It literally just goes. It goes through his neck, lifts his feet up off the ground, and he's just swinging from the tree by his neck, dangling out. Still ever so slightly alive, as the fear, like a rabbit in his eyes, is just like. And you can only see that because you're an elf and they've got good eyesight.
Awesome.
Burr, anything else? Any bonus actions?
No.
So Burr, you're up. What's on your character sheet? Underneath your skills and attributes on the left, there should be a box that says passive perception.
1 moment. Which one was just killed?
Sorry, yeah, I haven't given him the cross. It's
Cross him out.
this one is dead.
Okay, right, yeah.
Right,
Perception +3.
So underneath that on the left, there should be one that says passive perception.
Yeah. Passive wisdom perception 13.
Okay, you can see this other goblin. He's watching you, but he doesn't realise that you can see it. But you can charge in and attack him if you want to.
I might retreat a bit, and will I still be able to see him if I move?
Yeah, you know where he is.
Okay, so if I retreat and take a pot shot.
Okay, yeah. So you've got your rapier out, so you can. Changing weapons is a bit strange. So you can draw a weapon as part of your action.
Right, okay.
But you can't sheath a weapon and draw a weapon. So because you got your sword out, to draw your bow, I think you've got, or a crossbow, you would have to. You can't sheath your sword and then get your bow out. You would have to. But what you can do is there's like a loophole. Is you can literally just mic drop your sword on the floor because that's a free action, and then get your bow out. But that does mean if you move, your sword's just left on the floor.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll just retreat for a bit.
Yeah.
To start with. Yeah.
So
I am going to, and then that'll be my go, I think. But if I go further away,
you're going all the way up there. Okay, cool.
I'm legging it.
Yeah. So that was a double movement, was it? 50 foot.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's me, yeah?
It is indeed.
Yeah. Right, I'd like to go and just camp behind this oxen to get out of the way of this shooter,
Mm-hmm.
if possible. But I think is it the 30-foot though?
Just going straight up, and yeah. 5, 10,
Yeah,
15,
basically.
20, 25, 30. Yeah, you could go straight up. So you could go up and kind of give some level of cover.
Go there, if you like.
Yeah, and we were 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 25 foot. Yeah.
Cool. And can I just use my lay on hands to give myself 3 points back?
You can indeed.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll just have 3 because I want to keep it up.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
He rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes to draw, and I don't know, the sudden shock, his realization that two of his mates, he's staring straight across to his mate, who's literally like hanging from a tree, and slowly his like flesh is just, the weight of his body's ripping the, for this arrow that's pinned to the tree. He shoots the arrow straight up into the sky, and it's just gone. He is then going to move. You see him run a bit, but you don't know where he's gone. Okay, this gobbo up here. So the only person who actually knows where this gobbo is technically Gavin. Is going to move here. Take a shot at Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Let's go a random choice here. So, well, unfortunately, that is going to be Lisa. I do apologise. He will hit you this time. This one. Going to be doing 4 points of damage.
Noted.
And then bonus action, take the hide action, so will also disappear. Next up is you, Millicent. Maleficent. Millicent.
I'm just going to head straight towards where I last saw that dude.
Okay.
And look for him.
Do it.
So.
But what's I know full well your passive perception is not high enough. You can roll a perception if you want to see if you can see him as a free action. Yeah. If you can see him.
Actively looking, so 19.
Bang on the money, no word of a lie. Bang on the money. Yeah. So you do see him, and let me just bring him in for you. Hiding behind a tree.
Bastard.
As soon as I catch him, I'm gonna fire at him.
Okay. Yeah, he's shooting. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice. That'll be hit. Of course, it'll be hit. Roll for damage. See if we can wrap this up.
8.
Nice. That's another kill. You're taking these bad boys out with one shot. Yeah, it's another kill. Nicely done. Do you want to do it in any spectacular way, or is it just a quick and done?
Yeah, just hit in through the eye, through his eye.
Lovely. And then Burr.
Okay. So the last guy's over.
There is one guy left, but you're not quite sure where he is.
And am I far enough to see where he is?
You would need to move, because at the moment you can't see, there's a big old wagon and oxen in the way.
Wagon's in my way.
But if you want to move down a bit, I will let you know if you can see the person or not. What was your passive perception? It was high, wasn't it?
13.
13. You do see a sneaky little bugger behind a tree.
But I still can't do anything because I can't sheathe my.
Yeah,
weapon.
Technically you still got. Well, you're far enough away. You could just, like I said, you can just drop. You can just drop your sword on the floor if you for now, and draw.
Yeah.
You've got. Is it?
And draw my.
Is it short
bow?
Short bow. Yeah, they've got a range of 80 feet. A short bow.
Which is doable. Well, I will take a crack at that then.
Do it.
So D20.
Go for it.
13 plus 5.
Nice. That's a hit. Finish him off.
And I need to roll, what is it, 1d6?
So, yeah, it'll be on your sheet. D6 plus whatever your modifier is.
1d6 plus 3. 4 plus 3.
Yeah, nice on the money. 7 HP. So you
Nice.
take the last one out. This is the last one of the block. So again, do you want to
Boom.
add any kind of special flair to it? How do you kill the last one?
When he's retreating and he gets it straight up his arse and it comes out of his mouth.
Nice. Well, this is the one that rolled the one last time. So yeah,
He deserves it.
he deserves it.
Yeah.
Done.
Bad day for that guy.
Done and dusted. Well done, guys. Okay. It's all done. So it is 11:30 UK time, because I know we've got hundreds of people watching from like all over the world. So
Yeah.
UK time, it's 11:30. Right. So what do you want to do? Let's wrap this up because I do need to go to bed. But
Yeah.
let's finish this up quickly rather than just ending it bang. Well, we could end it bang here if you want on a cliffhanger. Oh no, Gundren's gone missing.
It's up to you. I mean, we could search
Up
the
to you,
bodies and then search the horses, but I mean, that's about it, really. I'm knackered, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can leave it on a cliffhanger.
Let's just
Good
leave it
stuff.
like this. This page will freeze. Has
Yeah.
anybody been keeping notes? Because I haven't.
Yes.
Some.
Cool.
Some.
So we'll do like a
I've been
recap
Googling.
next time, and yeah, so we'll get ourselves in the mood and have a recap, and we'll pick up straight from here next time with what you want to do. At the moment, as you can see, the path is blocked by these horses, so you're going to need to deal with that. And Gundren and Sildar are potentially missing, so you need to work out what you want to do. You know, do you want to have a search around, see if you can find tracks? Do you want to just fuck off back to Fandolin and see what's down there? It's up to you. Next week on the D&D show, do the Lost Mine of Fandalva. Cool. So thank you very much for joining
Thanks,
us, for the
well done,
the
Luke.
few people. Thank you very
Very
much for
good
you
job,
guys for
man.
playing. Thank you to all the people who are tuned in. Really appreciate it. If you want to, if you liked what you see and you want to see more, we'll keep it on our social medias, and I'll be posting when we're playing next. I think the aim is to do every Tuesday. So hopefully next Tuesday around 8:30 again, we'll start kicking off. But again, I'll be posting on Twitter. You can find us at Show the D. Should check that very quickly. We're also on Facebook at
Everything's new.
Show the D&D. No, that's Facebook. I don't want shitty Facebook. Where's Twitter? Yeah, it's just at Show D&D apparently. I'll check that. Yeah, at Show DND on Twitter. Please do give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share. You can find me at something else. I don't know what that is personally. What's my Twitter handle? Does anyone know? At Lukey_baby86. Lisa, where can people? Do
Hey.
you want people following you online? No.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter.
Cool.
What's my Twitter? At _energy.
Come on, we're professionals.
86. So I don't know what I'm doing. _energy 86.
Cool.
There you go.
Jimbo.
No, I've got a MySpace.
Also, let's just all
The
go back
last
to
one clinging on.
2005.
Yeah,
Do
no,
MySpace.
yeah.
Do you want my Habbo Hotel handle?
What's the
I'm
penguin one there? Bebo. Well,
Yeah,
if you want to speak to James, go to the group's Twitter. And Gavin, you've got a Twitter. Has it something to do with shitting your pants?
No, that's my other one. My actual Twitter is at Gavlar666.
Superb. You guys have been beautiful. Let me just change the scene to this thing here for our lovely viewers. And I hope our music will work. Let's try. Let's see what happens. Otherwise, bless you guys. I'll chat to you on Private Messenger throughout the week. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
The D&D show would like to thank Sword Coast Soundscapes on YouTube for the music and sound effects used in this recording. Find him on Twitter at Sword Coast Sounds. Also, a massive thank you to Lewis Gale for producing our amazing theme tune. Follow him on Twitter at LewisSW Gale. From all of us here at the D&D show, thank you for downloading this podcast. You're breathtaking. See you soon.